Okay, so welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Uh, Thank you for whatever you're tuning in from. If it's whatever part of the world or anywhere. I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful that you just tune in, and it really helps me and helps you and helps the show. And I'm very grateful that I get to do what I get to do. So it's a blessing. So for today's pod, I want to talk about uh, why do we care about other people's opinions more than our own? And as I was thinking about this and preparing for this episode, excuse me, and as I was thinking about it, and like many of us, or actually most of us, um, we care so much about what other people think. We care about what is gonna, what is somebody gonna say to us if we say this. And many of us are so afraid to be ourselves in front of everybody, if it's on a camera like this, or if you're on stage, or I don't know, anywhere in public, let's say. It can be anywhere in the world, I don't know, and anywhere in our lives that we get this insecure feeling about. It's like if we get this thought like, oh, if I say this, they're gonna criticize me. If they did, then why are you afraid of other people's opinions? I think we've been conditioned by our environment, uh, of course, and then genetics, because we've been programmed by our families to say, it's like, since we're little kids, it's like, hey, what does, uh, what does, Uncle Bill think? What does Betty think? What does, uh, little Maddie think? What does et cetera think? We look at and we ask our parents what they think. What does this person think? And we grow up and we have these insecurities about, oh, if we say this, they're gonna criticize us and never talk to us ever again. It's like, well, that's not true because it's mostly in your head. And I thought about it for a little bit as I was preparing for this solo pod. As I was thinking about it, it's like it's like we get so afraid and so insecure what people think if it's on the internet these days, uh, from anybody that we know we don't know. There's people we don't care about, but we're so afraid to express ourselves to really get to know ourselves and other people, and to express ourselves in the most honest ways you can. But for some reason, we get so uh, afraid to express ourselves from other people. Just what kind of person we are, what is our personality is, you know. And it's like we get so afraid and we're so conditioning. We're afraid to, if I say this, they're gonna say this and never speak to me ever again, or so and so. They're gonna block me on Instagram. Well, if they did, then like if you don't like them, then why you care so much? That's the question we gotta ask. Like it's like we gotta say, why do I care about somebody's opinion that I probably don't like, and I don't probably know them? And nothing against them personally, but why do I care about their opinion so much? And we're so afraid to be ourselves in public, in our families, or in a party, let's say. Uh, it's like we're so afraid to be ourselves. And for me personally, it got to the point as I was learning about, our insecurities, where it comes from, and all that stuff. As I thought about it, it's like I've been wasting my time caring about what other people think of me, what I'm gonna say, if I'm gonna fumble my words. I guess so what if I fumble my words? Because that's part of the process. Because like this, I told myself, I just say the first time you're gonna record this, you're gonna suck and you're gonna fumble some words in the first few episodes, and I have. And I think I gotten better over it over time by each uh, solo pod as I go on. And it's like, who cares? I mean, it's like, it's like, think about it. It's like, It's like, why do we put our time caring what other people think that we probably don't care about, or we don't know, or we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings in our families, maybe especially our spouse, maybe? It's like we're so afraid to express ourselves. We're so afraid to be ourselves, to really be ourselves, not just for anyone, but ourselves. And like many of us are so afraid to speak our minds, to say what we really think about, and to really be honest with other people. And just be yourself. Sure, we have insecurities about things, but we should not be afraid of what other people think we're going to think of the topic, let's say, of the thing that we want to express. And it's like, we're so people pleasers, and I'm pretty much a recovering people pleaser. And there's some people ask me if, you know, they need this, and I kind of said no, respectfully. And was it easy at first? Absolutely not. But over time, you get better with it by respectfully say, no, Mickey, but I'm going to pass on this, etc., etc. And we get so conditioning by our environment, by other people, by our families, by everything that goes on in our lives. And we're so conditioning by the things that, oh, this person that we don't like, they're gonna say this to us, or I'm gonna embarrass myself in front of everybody. It's like the truth is nobody's even looking at you and thinking about you if you're in public. Let's say, I mean, who cares? I mean, let's think about it. It's like, why do we spend our time pleasing everybody else? Seriously, why do we do that? Because we've been conditioned by our environment and genetics and so on and so forth. And many things that I can probably name on, but you probably know the list and the story, I guess, whatever it is, what happened in your childhood or whatever, life or whatever. And it's like we gotta say, it's like, it's like, do I care about my opinions? Do I care about their opinions? It's not that I don't just like their opinions or I don't like them. It's like, what do you think of me? What do you think of my own opinions? What do you think of me? And many people have very uh, a poor self-image of themselves, and they don't think highly of themselves. And then it's been a conditioning by genetics mostly, as far as we know. And it's just like it gets to the point. It's like when it's enough. It's like enough. It's like, do we want to please other people because somehow we gotta like uh I don't know, get our attention or something? And I think it's a waste of time. I think many people put so much time on pleasing other people. Some they love, some they don't, to try to make a point to improve people. It's just like it's a waste of time. It's like I say to myself and other people, it's like if you want to like improve, like prove it to yourself. Don't prove it to others. Like please yourself. Please you. And like stop wasting your time on things that probably don't make a difference and don't really matter. And it's not that you don't want to uh be impressive. Like be impressive for yourself, and the other people will be impressed by being impressed of you by your performance of whatever it is. So I think it's just um I think it's just I think we gotta say, do I care about my opinions or their opinions? And we're so afraid to speak up, to be ourselves. And it's like we're so afraid to be ourselves from everybody, our families, if we speak. Somehow we think that somebody's going to get defended. If they do, just let them like, let them like kind of like vent, like let them be, as there's an old saying, I should say. And it's like, so what? It's not that you don't care about somebody, but we need to say to ourselves, it's like, enough's enough of this nonsense of feeling insecure about what we gotta impress everybody. We gotta impress the world. And the truth is, it's a waste of time. And what you're doing is pretty much wasting your energy on nonsense stuff that is not really important. We put our energy on things that don't help us, and we have, poor attitudes, poor performance, and we don't even think clearly. And I'm guilty of this as well. And it's just like we have to just say, enough's enough. It starts with ourselves. Don't just start with, it doesn't start with the world, it starts with ourselves. And we gotta care about, uh, you know, we gotta care what we have to think about ourselves. What do we think of me? What do you think of yourself? It's like, what do you think? Like, for me, I think I'm a very, bright young man who can do anything I put my mind into. Uh, I can pretty much put anything that I want to do. There's certain things I'm good more than other things. Not because I don't, you know, like, I don't want to. I don't know, maybe there's just some things I just don't think about. I don't really have time. I mean, there's certain things I just do I don't want to do. And whatever I put my mind to, I'll be successful. But it takes time, of course, of this, let's say, or anything else. And as like, there's questions I was asking myself. It's like to like really like get to know myself really in a deep level, not just pretend, but like really deep level. And it's like, do I think I'll be a great CEO of a company? And I would say yes. Do I think I would be uh, I'll be a great parent? Yes. Do I think I'll be a great setter? Yes. Do I think I'll be great in that? Probably not. Just the way of my strengths and weaknesses and whatnot, basically. And I think we just have to kind of like ask ourselves those questions and just like do the uncomfortable stuff that you normally don't do. And it's just something uh, to really think about and to really do the uncomfortable stuff to really help yourself. And many people are so afraid to be themselves by somehow they're going to defend people. If they express themselves, they're going to, I don't know, hurt somebody's feelings. And it's like the truth is, you gotta like eventually come out of that and say, do I want to keep pleasing other people, or is it time to for me to please myself the most? Because the truth is, your health is more important than being a people pleaser. And I think that's so true for everybody, including myself. And it's like, think about it. Is your health more important than being a people pleaser? I would say yes. For me, yes. I would answer that 100%. I would say that for most people, but they've been conditioned by that way. They'll say yes, but on a conscious level, they believe that, but a subconscious say no. And you got to do uncomfortable things that you never done before. It can really help you. And I just think it's just kind of like silly to put our energy and time into those situations that there's some people we don't really care about, and we're so afraid to post something that is really something that we need to get off our chest or something that's really important, like an inspiration or something, inspiration quote or something. We're so afraid. It's like as you post it over time, it's like you don't think about it anymore. It's like you think about it, it's like this is so silly me, like caring about whatever people think because the truth is they're not even thinking about me. As you really, as you really think about it, it's just like it's so silly and it's so like it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of life. It's like, it's like if you want to please yourself, you gotta like put your health first as well. And health is everything. And it's like you gotta like please yourself the most. Like do uncomfortable things that most people don't do because they're so afraid to, I don't know, they're afraid to fail. Well, you're gonna fail anyway because we all fail at things that we don't want to fail, but we do. But like it's like it's like if you're gonna fail, you might as well fail the uncomfortable and do it, and you'll do it over time and over and over. Over time, you'll get good at it. The thing of being comfortable, whatever it is you want, to just put yourself out there you've never done before. And uh, there's I think it was about over a year ago or 2 years ago. I think I was watching a video. Uh, there's a YouTuber was like kind of like helping people try to get over their fears of caring what people will think, uh, and the YouTubers was you know uh, what was this? Well, it's been a while ago. Um, was asking the people to put a costume on or some of these kind of these uncomfortable situations, and like ask for people for a question or money. And it was actually kind of like neat. Actually, it was kind of like fascinating as I was watching it, and it was so fascinating. And there's another video of a YouTuber dressing as a dinosaur or something, or a chicken or something, and nobody even looked at the guy he was filming talking. There may be like one guy who was looking, but it was this. Like I was thinking about it, it's like it's just such a waste of time. See, nobody even thinks about you when you're doing these uncomfortable situations, and we're so concerned. What is what is you know uh Betty gonna think? What is Bella gonna think? Well, they're not even thinking about you, so what difference does it make? It's like, what difference does it make what they think of you? It's like you gotta think about yourself. You gotta think of you highly, like very like at a lot of healthy uh and a healthy thinking in the right mindset, I should say. So excuse me. And it's just like it's silly. I think it's silly. And it's like, sure, don't say these like stupid things and not be a fool on the internet or in public, but like, like gotta like be yourself. Sure, you're gonna make mistakes along the road, of course, as we all do, but it's so silly to get all ourselves all worked up. It's just like do the uncomfortable stuff. Like I don't know. It's like post something, a video that you talking like this. Let's say I'm doing right now, recording, and just post it on Instagram or YouTube, and do it like maybe once or twice or three times. It's gonna be uncomfortable at first, but over time, the fear will go away. The insecurity will go away. You'll stop thinking about it, or even talk to somebody you never talked to before that you always wanted to talk, or something a group you always wanted to join, but you were so afraid to, I don't know, to upset somebody. Well, if they're gonna be upset, they're gonna be upset, but that's on them. That's not on you. It's it's like if you want to do something out of your comfort zone to do the uncomfortable to make yourself feel so much better about yourself, I think that will help. It's like you got to do uncomfortable things, and it's like you got to do some like kind of like the silly things. I don't know, like maybe like I was telling you, like the video of the YouTuber guy wearing a chicken costume or something in public, or everybody's not even looking at the guy, just one guy or whatever, just looking, and that's pretty much it. It's like I don't know, just do something silly, like wearing a costume. I thought about that, but it's like I think I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but it's just a thought. It's like I know it's kind of sounds kind of silly, but I mean it works. I watched it, in certain videos on YouTube. It's like as I think about it, it's like we waste our time on the most silliness uh conditioning. It's like this is so stupid. It's so stupid. It's like we get ourselves all worked up for no reason, but when we do the uncomfortable, it goes away. As you think about it, nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about when you face the fear, it'll go away. Nobody talks about that. So I think you just have to face it and just do the uncomfortable to really be yourself, as I'm trying to tell you, excuse me. And I don't know, it's just something to really uh I don't know, just do something comfortable things that will make you better, to perform better when you're feeling uncomfortable. Which you will, as we all do when we do things that we've never done before. Just to break out of that habit, out of the old conditioning habits of our conditioning from our environment, especially genetics, and do something that you never done before. You always wanted to do, just to get it, just like to get out of that insecurity. And it's just like it's a waste of time. So I recommend, just if you want to be yourself and be free, just be yourself. Like, go on stage that you've never done before and speak. Maybe do a podcast like this. I don't know, but something that you always wanted to do, but for some reason, something just tell you in your own mind that you can't do it. The truth is you can, but you've just been programmed that way by somebody. So it's just I think you just have to uh uh just be aware of it. Of course, starts with awareness, of course, but you just have to kind of like uh I think you just have to like kind of just like, you just have to do the uncomfortable stuff that you never done before. You always wanted to. Just get out of that habit of pretending to like try to like, oh, I don't care, but you do anyway because you're thinking your feelings that way. It doesn't feel good, and I've been there. I think we've all been there. We're like try to tell ourselves, oh, we don't care, and all of a sudden, we, like on a conscious level, we think we do, but a subconscious, we don't. It's actually wild as you think about it, but it's true. So, but it's just like you don't. It's like you gotta like get out of that habit. It's like I don't know, do something. Like I don't know what it is for you, but you gotta do something uncomfortable that excites you at the same time, but fears you. Like something that you've never done before. Like to get out of that old conditioning of thinking like, oh, what are they gonna think of me when I'm doing this? If they did, so what? You know? So what? I mean, think about it. So what? Who cares? Like they'll look at you, maybe they may shake your head, like kind of have like a look on their face, like who cares? Just do your thing. So it's just uh it's part of doing uncomfortable things to really want to be your to be yourself. If you want to be free, you got to be yourself. I think that's really uh, uh, a great quote, this thing to say for the end of the pod. So that's what I would say. So I think that's to really start with it. Just to do the uncomfortable stuff that you really want to do, to be free, to be yourself. I don't care what it is that really excites you. So it's just something to be something to think about and push yourself to the next level. So, anyways, thank you for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And whatever you're at in the world, thank you for watching anywhere. So, it really means a lot to me. I'm here to serve you as weekly as I can. And I'm so grateful and blessed that I get to do this. And I really enjoy it. I really do. So, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next one. Take care. Thank you.